Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be South Carolina and why we need more trains. This is just going to be a summary of the rails and what I think we do need to improve, because there's only about, only a couple of lines, really. By lines, I mean freight lines and Amtrak lines, and by the way, I'm sick as shit, so just ignore it. I'll try my best to keep energized and stuff, but I really just wanted to get this out because I've been thinking about it for a month, but now I want to do it, so I'm making this video now. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we're going to start off with the only passenger service that serves South Carolina, which would be Amtrak, the National Railroad Corporation, which serves 3 lines consisted of either 3 to 5 stations. One line, which is the most popular, is the East Coast. That serves stations at Yemassee, North Charleston, Kingstree, Florence, and Dillon. Then, in the state capital near Columbia, you have Denmark, Columbia, and Camden. And then at the very end of South Carolina, you have Clemson, Spartanburg, and Greenville, which the most popular of those would be North Charleston and Florence. And Florence actually surprised me because I've been there. There's really a lot of people. But anyway, yeah, that's what the thing said for Amtrak's ridership. And speaking of the ridership, in 2021 to 2023, Amtrak had a ridership of around 150,000, and the most popular stations were North Charleston and Florence, which is where I got that answer from. Now, on to what I think we need to do to improve. And I have 4 words: Myrtle Beach and Georgetown. Get the stations working, Amtrak. What are you doing? Myrtle Beach is one of the most popular locations in South Carolina, and Georgeville wouldn't be that bad of a station either, because for some reason, you guys aren't doing Myrtle Beach, but you're doing Denmark. I mean, who goes to Denmark? Nobody. Unless it's the actual Denmark. I said I was sick. So yeah, we need to have Amtrak have a meeting with South Carolina, and then they'll be like, we'll give you $10 million if you let us build a service in Myrtle Beach and Georgetown. And then they'll be like, deal. I'm kidding, that's probably not gonna happen. But if they do ever actually have a meeting to get service down here, then yeah. One thing you could do is we can get a service down here called the Silver Asteroid, and it can go from Chicago to, oh wait, no, it's already happened. You can go from New York to Colorado, what? I mean, California. That's what it can do. New York to California, and switch electricity at DC to diesel. Oh, diesel electric if it's an ALC, but anyway, enough of that. Yeah, it's my opinion on that, so yeah. Anyway, now we're going to move on to freight service. And freight service in South Carolina usually consists of either CSX or Norfolk Southern, which sometimes, of course, there'll be foreign power on those same trains. So I'm going to include Union Pacific, because sometimes Norfolk Southern has Union Pacific foreign power on their trains. So, yeah. But anyway, every Amtrak line I said, they run on all of those, but honestly, I'm not a good freight person, so I don't know a lot about freight. Well, I know the types, of course, but, I don't know the lines. I'm pretty sure all the lines that run on freight is just the same thing as the, all the Amtrak lines. The freight runs on there, too. But I don't know. But anyway, yeah, of course, freight is, moving cars, moving important stuff, UPS packages, you name it, FedEx, just tanker, oil, a freaking donkey, I don't know, whatever there is, but, yeah. I mean, it's freight service. They kind of got it all. But anyway, on to what I think we need to do to improve it is honestly nothing really, except just get service down in Myrtle Beach, so that way more goods can be produced down here. And, faster, besides airplanes and delivery service and all that. It would also be a good way. And then we would have factories down here. So, yeah, that's what I think we should do to improve the freight service. Now, on to stuff that doesn't need to be improved, but what should happen. I have 2 words: commuter rail. What are we doing in South Carolina? I looked up why we don't have a commuter rail, and then also it said that there's not enough funding. Have a partnership with Amtrak like North Carolina did, and they'll maybe just use equipment for you, or we can have a Keystone service, not a Keystone service, but you know what I mean, Amtrak has some commuter services if you think about it, or the ones that run every 30 minutes or so. An hour, 2. But, anyway, yeah, because the ridership for Amtrak down here isn't that good because there's not a lot of stations. However, Amtrak chilling over there in North Carolina has more stations and also a partnership commuter rail with NC by train, NCDOT, because NCDOT owned the equipment for the Amtrak Piedmont service, which their freaking ridership this year was like 300,000, and ours is probably like 100,000 or like 200,000, somewhere between those lines probably. Or like with the ones from 2021 to 2023 here were 150,000. So yeah, if we just get more trains down here, we'll have a better ridership service. And I know you don't have enough funding or money to do all that, but there's like no transit down here actually. Trust me, I live here, I know. All I see like freaking transit besides people owning their own cars come here is just freaking cars. Not cars, I mean buses. Like buses, that's it. There's like 2 buses a day for the whole thing. It's like a train service, except more here. So yeah, we need to figure something about that, and then get like a commuter rail down here. It don't even have to be a lot. Only it's got to be like 10 trains a day. It's not even that much. It'll be easy. Just do, buy cab cars or engines, and then just freaking push-pull mode. Anyway, yeah, I think that does it. I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to say. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time or something. I don't know. I guess I could say for my fans that in about a month or so I'll be going to Columbus, South Carolina for my brother's graduation, but I'll also be catching some trains. By some trains, I'm gonna hope there's gonna be a CSX coming, but I'm gonna be catching the Amtrak 40 and 40 probably. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to Maryland summer, so expect train videos from there. I also still have a train video to edit from when I went like 2 weeks ago, so I'll get on that in a little bit. So yeah, that does it. Goodbye.